Hello guys, my name is Jackie and I'm a specialized IELTS tutor, and this is the speaking video to introduce the newest speaking topics to students, and I hope you can study with my video and improve your IELTS speaking score. And if you want to get the newest speaking materials for your IELTS speaking, you can just email me and I can send you the newest topics and model answers. So please feel free to email me, and I don't care about your nationality. You can be a Korean, Japanese, Chinese, but it doesn't matter. So you can email me and I can send you the newest speaking materials. Please feel free, okay? So let me start with part 1. The first part 1 topic is about shoes. The first question is, how often do you buy shoes? And my answer is, I don't know it exactly, but when my shoes become worn out, I need to buy new shoes. Maybe I buy new shoes every 6 months. And next one is, have you ever bought shoes online? My answer is, yes, I have. Last month, I needed to buy jogging shoes, but I didn't have time to visit a market. So I visited an online shoes market and bought new shoes. I was content with that shopping. And next one is, do you know anyone who likes to buy a lot of shoes? My answer is yes. I have a friend who has more than 100 of shoes. In fact, buying and collecting shoes is her hobby, and she spends a lot of money on buying shoes, but she really loves buying shoes. And next topic is, what are your favorite types of shoes? And my answer is, personally, I like sports and outdoor activities. So the type of shoes I prefer is sports shoes. Also, I like comfortable shoes, so I like to wear sneakers. They allow me to move freely. And next part 1 topic is about sports. The first part 1 topic is, do you like to watch sports on TV? And my answer is, yes, I like. Especially my favorite sport is football. So when I have a free time while staying at home, I enjoy watching that sport on TV. Or, no, I don't like sports. I think most of women are not interested in watching and playing sports. So rather than watching sports, I like listening to music and watching a movie. So you can choose one type of answer which is suitable to you. And next one is, do you play any sports? My answer is, yes, I try to play football on a regular basis, such as at weekend or in the morning. I think it is good for not only for my physical health, but also for my mental health, because while playing it, I can reduce my stress. And next one is, do you have a favorite sports star? And my answer is, my favorite sports star is Kim Hyuna. She used to be a famous figure skater, and although she retired, I heard that she could achieve the great success through her effort and passion. So I respect her personality. And next one is, what kinds of sports are popular in Korea? My answer is, in Korea, baseball and football are the most two popular sports because Korean national team achieved the great result in Olympic in 2008 and World Cup in 2002. So the majority of people like those two sports. So they are the newest speaking part 1 topics, and you can modify my answers for you. Okay, let me turn to part 2. So today's part 2 topic is, describe a time you borrowed something from your friends or family. And this is the topic which one of my students took in his actual test. So you need to prepare this topic. So let me read my answer and explain further. I would like to talk about my experience of borrowing something from my parents. I'm an employee, so in my daily life, I'm so busy because of my hectic schedule. But last year, I was even busier since my house was far from my company. It took me about more than 3 hours for going and returning by public transport. So I couldn't endure that situation anymore. So because I couldn't have my free time. So I wanted to buy my private car because it would reduce commuting time much. But the problem was that I didn't have enough money to buy a car. So I decided to ask my parents to lend me some money, and they willingly lent me some money. So with that money, I could buy a new car, and now I am really satisfied with my life because it just takes me much less time for commuting compared to the last year. If I hadn't borrowed some money from my parents, I couldn't have bought the new car. So actually, that is my model answer. So I explained about my experience that I could buy a new car with my parents' help, and they lent me some money. So you can take my example and you can use my model answer to your test. So today's topic, part 2 topic, is your experience of borrowing something from your family or a friend. Okay, let me turn to part 3. So the first part 3 topic is, why do some people like to borrowing things instead of buying them? And my answer is, the first reason people borrow things is to save money, because if they buy new things, they should pay money for new products. But just borrowing things, it costs them nothing. Also, when people need to use or have things temporarily, they can borrow things instead of buying new one. And next one is, what would you do if person don't return the money they borrowed from you? And my answer is, the first action I would take is asking them to pay money back to me, and I would wait for a while. But in case they would not pay me back money, I would take some legal actions. But If the amount of money is not that big much, I would just forget about that money. And next question is, why are people embarrassed when they borrow money from other people? My answer is, in fact, borrowing money is a sensitive issue. So when borrowing money from other people, they might feel cautious and sorry for borrowing money. Also, when asking other people to lend them money, people might feel ashamed and worry about being declined. Those feelings might cause people to be embarrassed. And last one is, what do you think of the sharing economy? Sharing economy is the economic system that you can borrow things from other people instead of buying new one. Nowadays, overproduction and overuse of products cause many problems such as pollution and waste of resources. In this sense, if people share and borrow things which they need each other rather than buying new things, it can be an effective way of reducing production and consumption of products. Okay, so they are the newest part 3 topics. So actually, it must be very difficult for you students to answer part 3 if you do not have proper background knowledge. So with my video, you can build up your background knowledge and you can practice with my part 3 answers. Okay, so thank you for being with me, and I'm going to upload more useful videos. Thank you.